Welcome back to our series on logical fallacies in religious reasoning. Today we are diving into the ad hominem fallacy. This is one of the most common fallacies you'll encounter in debates and discussions. The term ad hominem is Latin for to the person. This fallacy occurs when someone attacks the person making an argument rather than the argument itself. It's a tactic used to discredit the opponent rather than engaging with their reasoning. Understanding ad hominem attacks is crucial because they divert the discussion away from the issues and towards personal attacks. This not only derails the conversation, but also undermines the opportunities for constructive dialogue. Let's start with a simple, non-religious example to illustrate this fallacy. Imagine you're in a discussion about a new policy on recycling. One person argues the policy, citing specific reasons why it might not be effective and other issues. Instead of addressing these reasons, someone responds with, "Well, you don't even recycle yourself, so your argument is invalid." In this example, the response attacks the person rather than the argument. It dismisses the valid points raised by focusing on a personal characteristic. Now let's break down the formal structure of the ad hominem fallacy. Person A makes a claim. Person B attacks person A's character or other personal traits. Person B concludes that person A's claim is false or invalid because of these personal traits. Now, let's look at a religious example. In debates about religious beliefs, ad hominem attacks are unfortunately common. Imagine a discussion about the validity of a particular religious doctrine. A critic argues that the doctrine is flawed based on historical evidence. Instead of addressing the evidence, a defender of the doctrine responds with, "You're just an atheist, so of course you're going to say that." Here, the defender attacks the critic's personal beliefs instead of engaging with the argument. This not only sidesteps the actual points being made, but also attempts to discredit the critic solely based on their atheism. Let's delve deeper into another example. Consider a political debate where a candidate is criticized for their policy on healthcare. Instead of addressing the policy's merits or flaws, the opponent retorts, "Well, you were caught lying about your education, so why should we trust anything you say?" This shifts the focus from the policy discussion to an attack on character, thereby avoiding the policy debate altogether. Recognizing ad hominem attacks is crucial because they can derail productive discussions and prevent meaningful dialogue. When you encounter an ad hominem attack, try to steer the conversation back to the actual arguments being made. For example, if someone attacks your character, you could respond with, "Let's focus on the argument itself. What do you think about the specific points I raised?" It's also helpful to be aware of more subtle forms of ad hominem attacks, such as implying that someone's argument is invalid because of their personal circumstances or affiliations. For example, "Of course you would say that. You're part of that organization." In summary, the ad hominem fallacy is an attack on the person rather than their argument. It's a distraction tactic that undermines rational discourse. By understanding and identifying this fallacy, you can foster more productive and respectful discussions, especially in sensitive areas like religious beliefs. Thank you for joining us today. In our next episode, we'll explore the straw man fallacy. Stay tuned and keep thinking critically.